We still don't have any concrete proof Flight 370 even crashed into the Indian Ocean. Investigators say that if it did crash, we cannot rule out the possibility it was a deliberate act. They're not only interviewing the pilot and co-pilot's family members and friends, but closely scrutinizing their actions in the days leading up to the flight. CNN Justice correspondent Pamela Brown joins us now with more. Are they finding anything worrisome as they do this?
So far, no, but we're still early on in the investigation, Jim. Sources I've been speaking with say that investigators haven't found anything that would support or rule out the idea that either pilot planned to take down that plane. Now, their family members are breaking their silence for the first time.
With few clues to work off of, sources say examining the two men in the cockpit is still a top priority. But those who knew them best are speaking out in their defense. In an interview with CNN's Jim Clancy, the former CEO of Malaysia Airlines said he knew veteran captain Zahari Shah well.
He's an excellent pilot, and I think and also an excellent gentleman. I think they're going the wrong way if they're pointing finger at him.
And the current CEO of Malaysia Airlines also defended him and his co-pilot, Farid Hamid, following the plane's disappearance.
Based on their records, they have been quite exemplary.
Shah's youngest son, 26-year-old Ahmed Seth, defended his father in an interview with the New Straits Times Tuesday night, saying he understands his father better than those criticizing him. "I've read everything online, but I've ignored all the speculation. I know my father better," he said. Sources tell CNN that despite speculation of deliberate action to divert the plane, investigators haven't yet found any evidence to suggest a premeditated act by either pilot. A U.S. official tells CNN that a preliminary review of the captain's simulator and both pilots' computers have not yielded a so-called smoking gun so far. The captain, seen here in a new tribute video posted online, did not leave a suicide note, a source in Malaysia tells CNN, and no evidence was found in his home to suggest financial or marital problems. Captain Shah, seen here going through airport security, was a respected pilot who had been with Malaysia Airlines since 1981, flying more than 18,000 hours. The 53-year-old was married with 3 grown children. CNN is not showing the faces of his entire family. Captain Shah's daughter was reportedly a student studying in Melbourne, Australia. The family home was here in a gated community in Malaysia, but a source close to the family says his wife routinely stayed somewhere else when he was flying. Shah was a public supporter of Malaysian opposition party leader Anwar Ibrahim and attended pro-democracy rallies. In his free time, he posted videos like this one online,
using the R410A gas,
showing him in front of his home flight simulator, talking not about his job, but about his interest in home improvement projects. Less is known about Shah's co-pilot, Farid Hamid. He was engaged to his flight school sweetheart. After recently finishing his training on the 777, he was on his first flight in the cockpit, unsupervised on the jumbo jet.
And the FBI is expected to hand over its analysis of the hard drive soon. Evidence that's pulled from it could provide clues or leads for Malaysian officials to follow up on, and that could end up being important in this investigation. But as of now, again, worth reiterating, sources say no smoking gun has been found. And as one official I spoke with put it, these pilots are victims until proven otherwise. Jim?
Do we have unrealistic expectations of how quickly they would come to some working theory here? I mean, this could be a long, plodding, slow investigation, couldn't it?
Right. I mean, from an investigative standpoint, the people I've spoken to who have done these types of investigations say this is still very early on. 3 weeks in, we're all looking for answers. But if you think about the first week, they're trying to kind of wrap their heads around what might have happened. There was a lot of focus on mechanical failure. So they've really only had a couple weeks to really sort of dig into the backgrounds of the passengers and the crew members. And of course, this investigation keeps coming back to the pilots because there's really nothing else to explain the plane's disappearance.
Right.